Welcome to Hattiesburg, Mississippi, home to the Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles, and fans have been eagerly anticipating this matchup at the Rock. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the NC State Wolfpack, taking on another unit from the Big 12. The Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Golden Eagles will boot it away to start the game. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the NC State Wolfpack offense is on the field and ready to start the game. And here he is. Let me tell you about this wide receiver. He is a route-running DB, toasting, pass-catching, touchdown-scoring, woo, son of a gun.
I can't wait to see how this defense is going to try and corral this guy, because you play man-to-man, you risk him running right by you and catching the deep ball, but you play zone and you give him the opportunity to potentially make yards after the catch. You're going to have to be really careful trying to cover that dude.
Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? But if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, there.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? The Golden Eagles offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And they'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Mississippi.
And I would use this as a part of my offense, too. When I got a guy like this, I can do the design quarterback runs with, and he can make 10 yards look like it's nothing. I mean, just chews up dirt quickly and gets in the end zone.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. Running to the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Throws to the wideout. And this senior quarterback knows he had a chance that time and just put a little too much on it.
Man, as a quarterback, you've got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
A third and long coming up here. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And when you run the counter play, you're really hoping to bust that thing inside. You want to fake one direction, pull a guy, kick him out. But you can tell, great job by the defense making that thing bow. Go a little bit outside. Now, guess what? All the cavalry's coming. Everybody can run to the football.
And he's got it! Touchdown, Wolfpack!
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Southern Mississippi ready to send that offense back onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Stopped after making the catch. Able to pick up a couple on that last one. It's 2nd and 8 from their own 27. The play action fake. Feeling some heat. Almost a D lineman's dream, but he couldn't hang on. It'll be 3rd down.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got his man quickly. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. And the Golden Eagles will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw. Makes his connection. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. The Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. Quick pass on the jet motion. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Quick completion on the out route.
And he runs a quick out route. And this is a timing route. The quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. To the air on 1st down. And the incomplete pass will wrap up the 1st quarter. It's been punch, counter punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the 1st quarter stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Second and 10, he'll throw again. He's got it on the move. That throw and catch gets him down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he'll go out of bounds, and he will be short of the first down. Southern Mississippi has it back, and the Golden Eagle offense headed to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, back.
That internal clock just didn't move fast enough, and they get him for a safety. So after that safety, they'll kick it away from their own 20.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
They're strong, and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. They're such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little time with his feet. He's got it. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that third down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle, set him up for it.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch. He's got enough. At the 35, he's open. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Going for the big play. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
That is a tremendous job by the defender on that play, because when the ball was thrown, his head was turned around. He was watching the receiver, quickly spun the head, turned his shoulder, located the ball, and then knocked it down.
Finds a man on the right. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. NC State on the move, set up with another first down. Trying the left side. Dances away from 1. Pulled down after a pickup of 5. A statement run in the red zone to the 13.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. He's looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina State. The extra point is good, and they have a 9-point lead. So a drive there of 85 yards. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Southern Mississippi ready to send that offense back onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really, really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
The throw to the outside is complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big hiccup and a first down for this offense. Looking to move it through the air. Firing to the right, complete.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Got his man out of the backfield. At the 40, there he goes. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. Looking to throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Yeah, and really nice job by the defender. Listen, a curl route's hard to defend. It's hard to get in front of that guy because he's curling back to the quarterback, but he did a good job not getting pass interference, getting around his body, and knocking the ball to the ground.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Southern Miss. Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy has had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. This time he's got it. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
They're setting up the screen. Still running at the 40. Running toward the tape. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. These running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Southern Mississippi has it back, and the Golden Eagle offense headed to the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, Dave?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You've got to be so smart. You're going to be aggressive with your decision.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. He's going to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On second down, wants to throw it. It's complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. The Golden Eagles come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. He's got his man. All down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Going up top on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. All teed up and ready to go here in the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Southern Mississippi ready to send that offense back onto the field. Now 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half. So now maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
I tell you what, these big body tight ends that can catch the football in the corner routes, it doesn't have to be a perfect throw. You know, usually you got littler guys, it's hard. You got to put the ball more on the money, but this big dude can just go up and get it. You just throw it near the sidelines, and he'll do the rest.
And the Golden Eagles are in the hurry up. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Going to try to pop one on the screen.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. The Golden Eagles will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A high kick trying to pin them deep. No fair catches here, looking for room. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Coming after it. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. He'll come out throwing on first down. Got him downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. They've got this defense reeling after that last play. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 15. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They want to just keep throwing it. It's caught.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, NC State. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Southern Mississippi has it back, and the Golden Eagle offense headed to the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
The give to the back. He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires into traffic, picked off. Bringing it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Boy, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. They want to run it left here. He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
He looks that one in nicely. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass. And they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. It's complete on the right side. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. Southern Mississippi ready to send that offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Clock winds inside a minute to play here in the third. On second down, he's looking downfield. Gets it out quickly. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. And the Golden Eagles will line up to punt it away. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Line gets set, first down. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain. Big play to start this drive, and they're already out at the 48. It's first down. He's got his man. They'll finally drag him down, but not before. To the 40, and it's a first down. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. First down to start the drive after the break. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the middle. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Pressure coming. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Isn't the play-action fake supposed to make those guys take a half a beat before they come and destroy the quarterback?
Yes, trying to slow him down as much as possible, but it's predicated too on me reading that and me seeing it, and they didn't bite it at all. You better run the football effectively if you're going to run play-action, because they did not bite on the play-action fake.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
The offense has converted just one time in 4 fourth-down attempts, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity for the offense.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the fourth quarter. So you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, you got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
He finds his man to the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. The Golden Eagles will hustle to the line.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Got the back over the middle. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. And the Golden Eagles come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
I love the play call there, too, because 2nd and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch them off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. If he's able to go get the first, he's got a fresh set of downs.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. From the gun, he'll try to throw. And the quarterback goes down, but there is a penalty marker right at the line of scrimmage, and this may go against the defense.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
And the offense will take that gift, set up right on the doorstep, 1st and goal with the 1. From the gun, looking for a man. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Mississippi.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing it because coverage is going to be.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Tulane has the lead right now, but they just haven't been able to separate themselves yet inside Yulman Stadium. They're up by a field goal over Western Kentucky. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll run it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. On 2nd and goal, they give it to him again. See if he's got a nose for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolfpack. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Getting some heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. On second down, just keeps firing. On target over the middle. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to get it through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Tolzien. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. The Golden Eagles in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on first down. Trying to get to it. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. But a little time, lets it go. It's on target and complete. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Here we go with the run on 4th down. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And the Golden Eagles come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The Golden Eagles have taken it inside the 20. The offense going to try again on another play. They'll just spike it on this one. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. On second down, he'll let it fly. He's got it and still on his feet. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Snapped it in the shotgun. Snagged in the middle. It's Tolzien. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Now on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Miss.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense. Continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball
throws toward the end zone. Snags it. And he will score. Touchdown, North Carolina State. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Looking for a productive play on first down. He's going to pass. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
It's simple, but it's not easy. You know, you miss on these throws and you see the ball not go near the wide receiver, but a lot of times it has to do with the bottom half of the quarterback. And are his feet set, or now he
brings it down on the right side. Hit the afterburners, kid. Touchdown, Southern Mississippi. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not one, not two, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
Time is against them. Still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Quarterback checking the play. Comes out throwing on first down. It's complete. A huge pickup. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You played through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain